Hello, tubers and tubettes. My name is Dave Dixon, and I live up here in Northern California, and I love California. Today I wanted to talk about swimming pools. Specifically, last night I went on a new lead. I actually got 2 leads, and so that's always good. But I got 2 leads yesterday, but this is another lead that I had gotten. And we had to delay it from Monday to Thursday. And I wanted to tell you a little bit about it. The house that they were in, the one we met in, is not the house where the pool's going to go. They're actually buying another house, and this other house is even bigger. It's 3,800 square feet. But what's unique about it is it has like its own, we call it a casita out here, or an ADU, which is an additional dwelling unit. But it's actually inside the house, but it's a completely separate unit. And so they have a son who's about 23. He's a radiologist, and he loves living with his parents. They have another son, and I think they have 3 grandchildren total, all in the house that they're living in now, which is really nice. But this other house is going to be bigger, and then also have it so that the son, who's the radiologist, will have his own place. So I'm assuming that he's going to be involved with helping to make the payments on this new house. So the customer is really interesting. They've been married for 34 years, but they met when they were in their 20s, 18 to 20 years old. So they've been together for a long, long time. And the wife is super nice, and the husband is very, very nice too. He's actually disabled, and so, but for the majority of his life, he was a painter. And it's weird because I need a painter for my 57 GMC, but he's not a painter anymore. He was a painter for many, many years, but he has a syndrome called club foot, which he described it as he doesn't have ankles. And so his feet actually kind of go backward, kind of like a club. And you're walking, I guess, on the heels in his case. And so he became permanently disabled because he just was not even able to walk or stand up for long periods of time. But at one point, he was just an awesome painter. And so, I had to ask him the question, well, do you know anybody that paints? Because I have a job that I need, my 57 Chevy, I need a painter next. And he didn't have anybody, but I know that if I keep asking people and going on these leads and keep asking, I will run into somebody that has the ability to do that. So I designed a pool for them yesterday, and it was a pool and a spa, but when we started looking at the money part of it, it's almost cheaper to just get a portable spa from Costco. It's $22,000 versus, like, let's just say $5,000 or $6,000, so dramatically cheaper. But they do want to have a heater, and we are going to try to put it on a side which doesn't have very much room. One side of the house is 10 feet wide, the other side is 5. So we're going to try to put it on the 5 feet wide, which means we have to put the equipment all in a row. So we'll have 3 foot of pass-through in case there's a fire. The firemen have a way of getting around the house. So that was the one I met with yesterday, and I'm going to meet back again with them on Thursday of next week. Where I'm going to now was the one that I signed up in Roseville. And we're actually going to, when I signed up, I already had the plot map drawn. And he's a little nervous kind of guy, so he wanted to make these changes. Like, one of the changes was to move the pool, instead of 5 feet from the fence, can he move it 3 feet from the fence? Because that's the minimum code requirement in Placer County. So I said, yeah, we can do it. I go, actually, something like that doesn't even need to be redrawn. We can just do it on the site. And then I could just tell in his nervousness that, he would like to see it drawn. He didn't say that, but I can sense that. So I said, but why don't we do this? Because we're ahead of the game. Let me just go ahead and tear up this drawing that I have. I spent a lot of time on, an hour. And I'm going to redraw it up for you with it over 3 feet from the fence. So we'll have additional concrete between the house and the pool. And then he wanted to put a trim tile on it, which I don't ever sell it. But I went ahead and I was able to get it included at no extra cost. And then he wanted to do face step tile. So like if you're swimming up to the step, there would be like diamonds on the face of the step. So you can see where the step is coming up to. So I put that in there too. So I drew it all in there to indicate how everything's gonna work. And then I asked my job superintendent, who's really gonna run that job, if he can meet me around 1 o'clock. And that way they'll be able to meet Rich, the person who's gonna run that job. A lot of times, people want to have the salesman involved, but I try to let them know I'm not involved with the construction, I'm a designer. I have to get them through the permit process, but they really need to work with the job superintendent. And the reason we do that is because it's so easy. Once you've sold a pool, you're kind of out of it. And if there's a problem or something with the construction, then it's really easy for them to keep calling you and wanting you to call, like say the tile guy, to tell the tile guy something. And we just don't do that. I don't even have the tile guy's number. I've never called him. It goes through construction. So when Rich, our job superintendent, says this is the way it has to be done, that's the way it has to be done. So it's better to meet with him right up front. Now, he used to be a salesman, so I think his big value is that he's a job superintendent now, but he knows how to talk to customers. A lot of job superintendents are what we call cowboys. If you get them mad or whatever, they'll just call you stupid and leave, take all their stuff and leave. But you can't be really working with guys like that, because it's going to just frustrate the customer, that they are being talked to that way. So it's not only what you say, but it's how you say it. And Rich is really good about it. After he gets the job and they build the pool, he gets invited to a lot of parties and stuff over there. He doesn't typically like to go there, but he does get invited because they feel like he really took care of them. So on this particular job with this guy, it's kind of a little nervous Nelly. I'm going to say Rich is going to meet us there. And so then we had a couple of issues of how we were going to handle something. And then it just struck me yesterday as I was talking to him exactly how it should be handled. And he goes, man, that is a great idea, Dave. I didn't think about it. And what it had to do with is the steps can only have 7-inch risers on it. So the first step is the most critical, because you've got 4 inches of concrete, then 3 inches of tile. You have 6 inches of tile total, but 3 inches is where the water line is. But in reality, that concrete is not 4 inches thick at the edge. It's 3 3/4. And but the tile line is at 3 inches. So what we need to do is we need to make it so that it's 7 inches, including that concrete. So our plaster, the surface of the pool that you step on, the tread, is going to be underwater, but maybe by 1/2 inch or 1 inch. So we had upgraded the surface of the pool to a product called Pebble Sheen. And they use Pebble Sheen whenever they make a beach entry, where the material is actually going out of the water, and it's fine. It doesn't hurt it or anything. That's exactly the application it was originally done, was for beach entries. So having this thing where it's got 1/2 to 1 inch of water above it is going to make it so that it is exactly 7 inches for her, and each step is going to be 7 inches. There'll be 5 of them, and we don't have to worry about it because it's being done in Pebble Sheen. So Rich was like, oh, that's really great. That's a really great idea. You should tell him, you came up with that. And I said, no. I said, I would rather you tell him what it is and you come up with it, because it wasn't really a good idea. And he goes, are you sure? And I said, yep, I am sure, because I don't need to have the credit, for that kind of stuff. I need them to trust Rich, that he knows what he's doing, and he comes up with some, like more innovative ideas. So we talked about other things that were involved in this job. But it's going to be really nice to have him there. And then I'm pretty much going to step back and let him, control part of the meeting. And then I've just got to get my plot map signed, and I've got 3 copies of the plot map so he can submit them to the HOAs. And then Rich is going to take my plan and AutoCAD it, and then he'll be submitting it to the building department. So it looks like it's going good. It's my first pool of the year. Now when I do my little meditation and prayer, I'm asking for 29 more pools so that I can get the 30 pools for this year. That's my goal. So it is nice to have that like mantra in my head, because it knows, it tells me, it shows me where I'm going. It's like the roadmap to get to where I'm going. 29 more pools. Like the one I sold yesterday, I mean not yesterday, but the one I sold that I'm going to now, but the one I met with yesterday, and I'm meeting with one tomorrow on Saturday morning, and I'm meeting with one on Monday. Those are the 2 new leads that I have. I have to try to make every one of these leads count. I have to really try to make a sale on it. Get the price down as low as I can for the customer so that I can hit those 29 more pools that I want to try to sell this year to hit my goal. So I just want to let you know where I'm at on the pool part of it, and what my thoughts are. And that's kind of what my channel is going to be about. I've said before, it's not made for marketing. I'm not going to send people there to look at pool designs. I'm not going to talk to them over the top. In fact, I won't even mention people that I have a YouTube videos, our YouTube channel on pool designing. This is really just for me to talk to a group of people that might be interested in it, and I can kind of let you know what's going on in my day-to-day thing. And I know I'll be doing it for at least 3 more years, so I think I'll have a lot of designs and a lot of experiences that I can go over in 3 more years. So thank you very much for watching. I appreciate your time, and I look forward to putting out more videos. Thank you much, and have a great day.